G'day, g'day, g'day. How are we?
Caught me in the office, John.
Caught you in the office.
We're
Look at
going to
this.
call it an office, working, yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Tell me, George, that one thing that I've always noticed when I come to visit you in this front room, there's loads of drums.
Little drum kits everywhere, yes, yes. And also behind me,
Right.
which is little working toys that I've restored so they work again. And then, of course, in the case there, working little
Wow.
things, which as a hobby I restore, and get them working. So
Okay.
that's what I do, yeah. And of course, because of the my big one there, which
Right. So you must like drums.
Well, yeah, I used to be a drummer.
All right.
Just used to be. I suppose you always are. But I used to play drums, for a living,
Okay.
and it was good,
Yeah.
Got me to a few different countries, met a few bob,
Right.
met some girls.
That. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The
So
rock
how,
star
so
thing.
so how do you get into drums if someone was looking at this and wanted to and might have the bit of rhythm in their
That's the first thing. You've got to have natural rhythm, something you're born with, And the best way of testing that really is if you can tap your head and rub your tummy. And
tap your head and rub your tummy at the same time.
And if you can do that, and you say, okay, then do it backwards. And if you still do it, then,
Okay.
then change hands and do it the other way around.
Right.
And that's a good indication.
Right.
And then from there, like when we used to play in band, sometimes on the dance floor, people were clapping along. You can see who had rhythm and who didn't immediately,
Right.
So if you've got rhythm, then you can play drums, basically.
Right.
And it's a great workout for the body.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you learn? Because there's no YouTube in those days, was there?
No, it was all YouTube and then goes. I used to, I learned from the world's best because I used to watch all these guys on stage, I grew up in the era of the Beatles and Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin and Uriah Heep and
The real bands.
and all that. So you watch them on stage and go, oh, I see, that's how that's done. Oh,
Right.
And then listen to records with old Cream and Ginger Baker and all these sort of guys, and just keep playing back until you learn that way, and that's how I was learning. And that was learning. Yeah. But if you want to start, you've got to start learning your basic rudiments.
Okay, so
because drummer does. I'll show you the drums. Drummer doesn't play G sharp and F minor. They play rhythms, and if you're
But the drum kit is tuned, isn't it?
drum kit is tuned, yes. But let's sit down here. So, if you're right-handed or left-handed, that means that you've got a right hand or left hand dominant. All right.
All right.
So for rudiments, you have. What do you feel? So you start off with that one there. Everybody can play this one. I'll do it here 'cause it's quieter. You can all do that.
Right.
And the secret is you get it faster and faster and faster. But next one would be that one there. They've all got names. This one's called Me and You, which is. See? And you sort of slowly put that into a roll, see? Alright?
Right.
And the same thing, other hand. So therefore, I'm right-handed, so I'm right-handed dominant. The left hand, which is same things. And build to get the speed right. Do it as long as you can, for as even as you can. And then you have next one, which is called a mama dada, which is 2-2. See, mama dada, mama. Try and keep your wrist. See, it's just them two fingers. Keep the whole thing relaxed. You work from the wrist. See. Now, I'm not going to do it really fast because it's not a question of how good I am. It's just showing kids how you do it.
That's right. That's right.
So
That's right.
next one would be, they should all be rolls. And the hard one, and this is the hard one to master, is a thing called paradiddle. Now paradiddle is right, left, right, okay? So it's 1, 1, 2, 2. Then it's with the hand, see? have your at the same time your feet should be going too. So you have we'll do that one. You have that one there, which is that one, alright? And that is see?
Right.
So that's called a triplet. And then with that you can go down the drum kit, you see. This is the snare drum, that's a bass drum. Then you have, these are called tom-toms. And that one's high up, so it's called a mounted tom-tom.
Mounted.
Mounted. These ones are on the floor, they're called a floor tom-tom.
Ah, right.
Now sometimes
right.
people have two mounted and one floor, but I like my ride cymbal quite low. So it's mounted tom, floor tom, see? So do that one there. There you go. So learn these things, and learn them so that you're fluent, because if you're fluent, you can then, like with that Mama Dana, for example, that one,
Right.
you go on the drum, you see. So you have to learn your rudiments, and then if you're lucky enough to have two pedals, you can have. Hang on, I'm going to put somebody's been playing around with this for me. Oh, for young Carter.
So different. What would you say to a young person who wanted to start off? Because there must be different price kits, is there?
Well, yeah. Get an even price one. Get one that's not going to cost you pence a fortune, just to see if it's for you, basically. And get a few pals and have a play in the garage and see how you get on and see if you like it. With your snare drum, the heart of the drums is the snare drum, and everything revolves around this. So if you want to do a simple little, let's just do a little so that's simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then do that. See, that's. Simple little thing, but it's a rhythm.
Right.
And you're keeping time, and your pals can play to that, you see?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Right.
Because the whole point of a drummer is just to keep time. That's it, that's all it's there for. Simple as that.
It keeps the time for the whole thing, doesn't it? Yeah.
And if you listen to the world's best bands, like all the biggest bands in the world, they've all got a simple little drummer that can keep time. Like the Beatles or the Stones or Pink Floyd or when you go forever. They've all just the guy who sits at Fleetwood Mac, all these big guys, they'll sit there all night. That's all they do.
Right.
Every song has got to be a drum solo.
Yep.
If you want to get a bit flasher, you can open and close your foot. So when you open and you lift your foot, hit the cymbal and close it. Flash all the time.
Right.
On the quiet songs, instead of hitting it with your stick, you put your stick on the metal part, which is called the rim, you see, and then just hold it there, and it goes.
Okay.
Put your hand over it. See? So,
right.
Yeah. The quiet stuff.
Yeah.
Or this big cymbal's called ride cymbal, see?
Gorgeous sound, isn't it?
Yeah, it's rhythms, yeah. If you get that foot going as well. If you're going playing quiet, you've got to hit the cymbal at the same volume as everything else.
Yeah.
You can't have a bang, 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 so.
Right.
Because they are quite loud, Now with the ride cymbal, you have different parts of it. Like up there, for example, which is called the crown of the bell, you see. Hit the tip of the stick. Hit the body of the stick. Then you have the edge of the cymbal. This little part here, you know, then the middle. They're all different sounds, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah. Now, every stick, if you drop a stick, it'll bounce 3 times. See? I'm not holding it. See? It bounces 3 times. If you can control that, I'll do this stick this way for that. You know, you can put your thumb down and go. You
Right.
And you saw again. All you do is just you're forcing the 3 down. Right? See, just fingertips. So that's how it's done. So give it a go, these young kids, you know.
Right.
If you want to do a roll down the drum kit, don't go. Everybody does that, so just do the. And just play and play and spend as much time as you want. Don't play to the point where you're sick of yourself and you get tired. Oh, I've had enough of that for now. Leave it and come back to it. Just spend some time with it, you know, and just have fun, you know.
That's what it's all about. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
And practice.
And practice on that. It's called choking the cymbal. Hit it on the way down. Don't hit it on the way up. On the way down. So the two together will choke the sound. See? See?
Wow.
And what we have here, we have this one here. See the curve thing on it? You see the little curve?
Yeah.
That's called a sound edge. And what that does is it makes a whole different. See? The lights on. Whole different sound, isn't it?
It is.
But the beauty of a second higher is sometimes when you play it up here, the sticks get in the way of each other. And sometimes you go that way and you can't, you know. So over there, you know, you just. And that's what they all do. So that is basically, that's it. So if you have 2 pedals, instead of going, you can now go. Where's the other one? What's you doing with this? Now in 2, see? So by having your 2 pedals, you're freeing your hands up for other stuff, you see. So it sounds really complicated, but that's what you're doing is, that's it, 1, 1, 1, 1. So it sounds complicated, but it's not, is it?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So that's an indication of what drum kit can do.
Oh, I'm so glad I asked about these drums. They're
So there we are, yes.
big.
If you want to impress all your pals, young kids want to learn how to twiddle their sticks. You know, everybody thinks, oh, you twiddle your sticks is a great drummer. You know, this sort of stuff, you know, and they can do. So you put your two fingers like that, and you just move your fingers back and forward. That's what you do, see? So you start with little small circles. I've done this for a long time, doing it for years. Little small circles, you see. And you see, you turn your wrist, right? And then you just, see?
Just like that, eh?
Just like that. That's what you do, see? It's just the 2 fingers going up and down that does it.
Right. Very good, very good.
Which is no use whatsoever to anybody, but it looks flash.
It does look very
And young kids
sophisticated,
are
doesn't
obsessed
it?
with that. You know, wow, what a great drummer.
Oh, good. So how long have you been doing it?
Oh Christ, all my life I was I'm nearly 70 now, and I was in the. I started off in the school band. To be honest, I was in the school band.
All right.
Yeah, playing drum kits. I was beating biscuit tins before that, you know, and this sort of stuff. And then
Right.
and the school had a drum kit, so I was in the school band.
Right. Right.
And then from there, you leave school and get a local pub bands, and that worked for me. And I really liked it. I thought, this is okay. I want to do this, you know.
Yeah.
So I said to my dad, I want to be a drummer, and he went and bought me a drum kit, bless him. And and I beat that thing to death.
Right.
Listen to the records, and then got bigger and better drum kits, and eventually, I was quite good at it, and I got a lot of praise for it, and so I became a bit professional.
Right.
And and so it happened very quickly for me. You know, I was professional at 19 and overseas at 21.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was it. And
Yeah.
and it was great. It was one big long laugh. I got paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a dream come true, isn't it?
Well, my dream come true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. It was
Yeah.
really good. And
But,
it's you've got to make a lot of sacrifices though, because you haven't got a home.
No, it's just a
You haven't got a car,
suitcase,
you
isn't it?
haven't got a flat, or you haven't got a regular girlfriend, you know, or you lose touch with all your friends because they've all moved on.
Yeah.
So the band becomes your family in many ways, and so when you become a stranger in your hometown because you're never there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a lot of, you know, people think it's a glorious life. It can be incredibly tiring too. You know, so.
Yeah. It must keep you pretty fit too.
Oh, it's fit. Yeah, it is fit. But it does get to the stage where, you know, you become at the end of a long, lengthy tour. You get a bit punch drunk, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like somebody will come on, a singer will come on stage and say, you know, "Hello, Auckland," and you think, "Oh, that's where we are." You're really,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
You
so
just up and
just pack up and you become nocturnal too. Your whole life is nocturnal.
Yeah.
And also, like, you have a lot of problems with jet lag. Jet lag is a huge factor. And there's no way around that. You've just got to accept the fact. You know.
Yeah. But it must be pretty amazing.
It's great.
Getting up on these in front of these big
if it
crowds.
suits you and you want to do it, it's a great lifestyle.
Yeah.
You've got to want to do it. You know, you really have to, because it's a lot of hours and you give up a lot because of it.
Right.
But if you do want to do it, then it's great.
Yeah. So that's it. Just practice and practice and practice.
Just practice and practice, and the more you practice, the better you get. And if you've got noisy neighbours and you can't practice on your kit, just practice on your knee. Practice on a cushion. So be quiet, you know.
Yeah.
Watching TV, play along with all the adverts, you know, like Cocoa Pops, and just listen to the rhythms or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of music in adverts, and just tap along and play along, and
And just get better and better.
Get used to the sticks in your hand. Now sticks are they come in different weights, different lengths.
Oh, okay.
There's the perfect. Look at that big fat one, that big plank of wood there. Look at the difference there. Thicknesses and difference. That's a 5B. They're all numbered 5B. You see that one there? So they come in different sizes, and you've just got these little jazz sticks. These ones, but some people like these big planks of wood. You know.
Yeah.
Then you have ones with little nylon tips for the different sound of the cymbals.
Right.
So just find one that suits you. Play around with different size sticks, different lengths. Work out what you want. These were the jazz work for me. The jazz Rhodes, and then a lot of big stars have their own drum kit. Or sticks,
sticks, yeah. And their own drum kit and everything else.
Oh yeah, they've even got like an Ian Page drumstick. You know,
all right.
You know, from Ian Page to the Gap and Purple. So just play along with your knees. Just get used to the feel of the sticks in your hand and go through your rudiments. You know, mama dada, mama dada, mama dada.
Yeah.
Just you're doing that on your knee watching TV. You're not affecting anybody. You're not affecting the nerves. You know.
No. But you practice it.
You're practicing, and you're getting faster and faster. And you don't beat your knee to death. You know, keep.
Yeah.
But the good thing about playing on your knees or on your cushions and things, you see, on your cushion, on there, for example, it's dead. You know, on the drumstick, you get the bounce to respond.
Yeah.
So if you get fast on something like that, without that bounce, when you get a drum kit, it becomes easier because the bounce is there. You know?
Right. Yeah, I think everybody's got their rhythm, got music in their soul, haven't they?
Well, everybody's got music in their soul, yeah, and everybody loves music, and they'll dance along to music, and they have a great time with music. You know, not everybody's got rhythm, but at the same time, the world needs drummers.
Yeah,
It really
yeah.
does.
And electronic ones don't.
Well, no, they're getting better, but yeah, I'm the old school, I suppose.
Yeah.
The problem is, all the kids start off with guitars, that sort of stuff, which is fine, because they get on the bus and go to the pals. You can't drag a drum kit on the bus.
No, that's
and drum kits aren't really neighbour friendly.
No, well, yeah.
And so what happens is, a lot of kids who start off being drummers get disillusioned by people banging on the door and that sort of stuff and stuff like that, because
Yeah.
But
A bit loud, yeah.
if you persevere, then
You can do it.
You can do it, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
No, that's
a good drummer will always get a job in a band, always
Right.
get a job. But the secret is, keep it simple. Listen to the Rolling Stones, listen to U2, listen to the Beatles. These guys, keep it simple.
Right.
Just don't be like look what I can do. Concentrate and basically look what the band can do.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's absolutely brilliant. That's just
And
amazing.
basically, if I can do this,
so can we, eh? Yeah, all right, okay. No, that's cool. That's
I hope that
really,
helps.
really cool. All right, thank you. Yeah.